Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to Morrison Field here in Omaha, Nebraska for the semifinal Class B matchup. 1 seed Omaha Skutt wearing their black home jerseys, and the visiting Creek Cardinals in the visiting white. As always, I'm Aaron Wagner.
And I'm Jay Quinn.
Here to give you the tag team on today's matchup. And tuning in here to the announcer for lineups.
Number 13, Steven Vicente Vasquez. Number 15, Juan Raimundo Garcia. Number 15, Axel Armada. Number 17, Alexis Carvajal. Number 18, Juan Diego Lopez. Number 20, Jose Valdez. Number 21, Brian Balon Rodriguez. Number 24, Andres Bautista Velasquez. Number 27, Travis Sweet. Number 28, Hector Avalo. The party will be used to protect third state expenses assisted by Johnny Welton, Gene Johnson, Dakota Patrick Taylor, TJ Kulik, and Carlos Palacios. And now the starting lineup for your home, Skutt Catholics. The Firehawks, 9-0, Zachary Weiss. Number 1, Joshua White. Number 2, Benjamin Bosbach. Number 3, Owen Archer. Number 4, Caleb Cross. Number 5, Samuel Payne. Number 6, Ryan Zavato. Number 7, Colin Hutzler. Number 8, Carson Greenquist. Number 9, Andrew Davidson. Number 10, John Myers. Number 11, Robert Sharp. Number 12, William McLean. Number 13, Zachary Orada. Number 14, Samuel Vandenberg. Number 15, Connor O'Leary. Number 16, Ryan Witt. Number 17, Parker Hoff. Number 19, Patrick Cookie. Number 21, Nicholas Chambers. Number 23, Kyle Hazen. Number 24, Charles Fletcher. The Skyhawks are in the different head coach Justin Malala, assisted by Matt Bragg, Michael Cooper, Eric Benjamin, Lopez, Joe Connick-Wilcox, and Peter Connick-Wilcox. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Omaha Skutt Catholic successful in their quarterfinal matchup, first round against the kind of underdogs of the tournament, North Platte, winning that one 2-0. And the Cardinals defeating right now in Northwest Vikings 3-1. Both teams really chalk in the bracket entirely here, with Skutt 1, Crete 4 going against, and then the other side of the bracket, Lexington, the 3 seed, will face off against the semi-final team from Columbus, the 2 seed. That'll be a great matchup later on this afternoon for those of you checking it out. Should the Cardinals make it through today's battle, they'll be playing Monday night at 5 o'clock. So, hoping to get through this one. Skutt Catholic, a little bit reminiscent of Elkhorn South from last year. Jay, just a big, strong team, possession-based.
They're gonna try and possess the ball. They're like every other team we've played this year. They're gonna be taller than us, so not giving up set pieces on the back line where they can use their height to an advantage. Which that was the one goal we conceded against Northwest, was on a set piece where their height came into play. So trying to make sure that we can do that, and then also I would expect when they get close, they're going to try and get the ball in the box. And as I said on the last broadcast, that was one of our struggles, was getting the ball cleared quickly. And once again, with their height advantage, that could come into play as well.
And obviously, Skutt Catholic, their real attempt here is probably going to be to slow down Anthony Bolaños, 27 goals on the year, leading Class B, and leading, I think, all classes.
Class A,
with 27 goals on the year. He's definitely going to be their target.
It'll be interesting to see their approach. Omaha Skutt's a pretty proud program, and I wouldn't expect them to man-mark Bolaños. But with a kid as talented as him, if he puts one in early, they might have to go to that.
And look at the numbers. Skutt is a little bit different. They've got about 6 guys that have been consistently scoring. A couple guys with 5 goals, a couple guys with 4 goals. There's really no one person that you can say, we got to stop him.
We got to stop that guy. That's right.
Playing that back middle. Anthony Dominguez off to the defensive right, and Excel Aldana, they're finishing out the defensive left. Victor Tricero and Amilcar Tricero, they are the mid-defensive backs. See that 3-2. Travis Sweeney coming on the left side, Alexis Carbajal on the right wing, Jose Tovar and Hamilton Vicente going to play those offensive mids, and of course Anthony Bolaños up front in that forward striker position. Cardinals here with possession. Initially, that's going to be out on the Cardinals throw-in for the Skyhawks.
And you can see they're going to pressure. They're going to pressure our guys. Northwest didn't do that as much. Our guys were able to find some space on the ball at times. Skutt's not going to let us have that space.
It'll be interesting to see the Cardinals' approach, too. You could tell with Northwest we had a little bit of a confidence going into it. We were flying high off the previous win, even a little erratic in our approach to start with, just because I think we're so amped up. Here we almost seem immediately a little bit more reserved, a little bit more tighter, so to speak, just on the first minute of the game.
Well, it's a bigger game, and it's also 9 o'clock in the morning, and
yeah,
high school kids sometimes struggle at that particular time.
That was another question I was going to bring up, is what type of impact does an early game have on an athlete when you're used to playing at mid-afternoon, if not evenings?
Mostly you're just out of your routine, or you have to adjust your routine, and that at times can, if kids don't handle the change well, it can have an effect.
Skutt Catholic remains possession here about the mid-level line. Bolaños with the interception. Up, looking for up front. Carbajal on the run down the right side. That's going to be cleared out well by number 10, John Myers, from the Skyhawks throw-in for the Cardinals.
You can't see it on the screen right now, but Skutt's keeping those 2 forwards high, pressing our back line, which we'll see. Their speed didn't stand out a ton on film, but I'll bet you they've got some wheels up top, and if they can get a clearance, it'll be.
Vicente with possession, passes out to Bolaños, though they're calling offside. The call, that'll be free kick coming for the Skyhawks.
A little surprised that they didn't try and play it short there and start with possession at their own end as opposed to just kick a 50-50 ball forward.
Seems like they're trying to challenge the Cardinals a little bit here initially, see if their height gives them what type of advantage does, see, especially in that midfield on those long kicks, see how the Cardinals respond. They gain possession here. Tovar back to Panate. Tovar loses possession, throw in Skyhawks. Pass intercepted by Bolaños. He's going to take it up through the middle. 3 Skyhawks to 2. And loses possession there in the box, regained by Skutt.
He had a really hard time on that one finding a teammate, but there were a couple guys trying to get open for him. So hopefully that continues and we can.
Possession back and forth. Neither team looking like they can handle it cleanly from the other one.
I would kind of expect that that's the game we're going to have, is kind of a back and forth, both teams trying to possess the ball, but neither one being completely successful because both teams have too much individual skill to control the ball too long.
Bolaños ball going forward, looking for Sweeney on the run forward. A little miscommunication there between the two. Skutt goalkeeper handles it cleanly. Ball clear forward by Dominguez.
But once again, neither team is able to just completely control the ball and keep possession very long.
Finds Vicente. Wasn't able to handle it. Skutt gains possession. They're going to take it back. Bosback looking forward. And that will be a corner kick coming for the Skyhawks. Always dangerous here against the Cardinals. Looks like number 5, Samuel Payne, taking the corner. And GI Northwest's only score came on a cross to that back corner. You see if they covered a little bit better today. Cross tries to hit the near post. Hits the net instead. Goal kick, Cardinals.
Like I said earlier, we don't want them to have that many chances at a corner because their height is going to make it difficult if we.
Both teams early really just seeming to test the waters, both kind of showing respect for one another, testing the waters, seeing what they can do. That's going to be a throw-in for the Skyhawks.
That last possession for the Skyhawks, our defensive midfield pulled back a little bit and gave their defensive midfield a little room to control the ball and have a little stint of possession there, which hopefully we can pressure a little bit better than that as going forward.
Ball into the box, looking for somebody there to head it. Adame handles it easily, no threat. Cardinals gain possession here. Bolaños off to the left side to Penate. Penate forward, out of bounds, looking for Tovar. Throw in Skyhawks.
Cardinal throw in.
Dominguez throwing in for the Cardinals. Maybe a little retribution there between the two players. Vicente maybe got a little physical in the play before. Davidson, physicality back. Just letting each other know that, hey, we're here to play. Skutt with possession. Bolaños now with it. Passes it off to Vicente, looking for Carbajal on the run forward down the right line. Takes it in. Too far from Sweeney to handle it. Ball cleared out by Skutt, but not really well cleared by Dominguez. Skutt takes the ball back into the box, and that's a goal kick. Not a very clean game so far by either side. The team that's really able to clean things up might have the advantage.
Yeah. And you're going to see off the first goal kick we had, we played it short to our outside defenders, and Skutt immediately pressed their their forwards up to the back box line to try and.
Ball going forward, looking for Sweeney to make a run, but too hard, too far. Skutt hits it back to the midfield, regained by Bolaños. You got to wonder how long they're going to keep Bolaños back in that midfield as well. Usually they'll play Sweeney up there for a few minutes, and then they'll end up swapping him out.
Forward, yeah.
Just to try to, again, get that little spark going. Cardinals with possession there, but ball goes out. That'll be a throw-in. for the Skyhawks. Caleb Voss. Nope. Switched it off now. Samuel Payne taking the throw in here. Throws it back to John Myers. He kicks it forward. Looking for number 15 in the middle there. That was Cody O'Darity, excuse me. That ball is going to be cleared out the back again for a corner kick. Skyhawks. Samuel Payne again, number 5.
Cardinal defense is
number 9. Andrew Davidson taking this corner kick.
On that was just a simple little inside out down to the corner, and we lost our mark a little bit there.
Oh, header to the back post, just missed by the Skyhawks. That goes out the back. Dangerous. Anytime you're a Cardinal fan and you hear corner kick, hair is going to stand up a little bit. You hope the Cardinals can get through those corner kicks
unscathed.
Yes. Ball to the middle, header forward by Tovar, gained by the Skyhawks down the right-hand side. Run being made into the box. Valdez with defense. Adame gets 2 hands on it and keeps it.
Look for the Cardinals in moments like that where they send a lot of guys forward. We got to get out and counter fast.
That was a good run by Bossback, looking for something there and found it a little bit. Just didn't get enough to finish that ball past Adame. But you're right, those counterattacks, those are the prime opportunities for the Cardinals to use their speed. Throw in, looking for Vicente. Mishandled and pressed. Hoodie puts a foot on it to the goal, played by Adame.
You had mentioned earlier about Sweeney moving off the forward spot. They've got Bolaños in the game, but now he's playing forward, and you got Sweeney up there on the left wing.
So they basically rotated. Now moved Bolaños up to that striker position, moved
Primo inside.
Primo back down to that mid position, and Sweeney over to the left-hand side, where he's played a good portion of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Penate.
And I think one of the reasons why he started with Anthony in the midfield was he wanted him to get the ball on his feet early and get some touches and get some of that. This is a big game. Get some of those jitters out and get get right now get knocked down the first time and get into the flow of the game a little bit.
Ball forward again. Cardinals regain possession. Bolaños moving it down the left-hand side, looking for some help.
Get it off your foot.
Looking forward. Crossing it inside to Carbajal. Just short. A little bit of a collision there with the goalie. Getting a little bit of a warning from the referee.
The referee didn't even call a foul on that play, so he was just checking to make sure everybody was okay.
Good play by Weiss coming out, or Weiss, excuse me, coming out to handle that goal too. Solid keeping. Long ball forward, really trying to press and see what they can get on those runs, handled by the Cardinals. Tovar with it. Physical play, that's going to be a free kick coming for the Cardinals. Back and forth play here. It really is back and forth possession based. Neither side can really keep the ball at their feet for too long.
And this game is really physical, but it's not the
free kick coming for the Cardinals.
And like I talked about with the official the other night, not calling any of those ticky-tack fouls early on and kind of settling the boys down, he's called a couple here in the middle just to kind of let them know, hey, you're not going to get away with that, guys.
Good challenge by Emil Cartracero. Takes the ball out to Sweeney.
Good overlap by Wilfredo.
On a run. Has the ball on the edge. Hoping to take it out to Sweeney, to Tovar. Clearing it back to Valdez to reset up their movement forward. And loss of possession here going forward. And Cardinals again regaining possession.
Good job by Melakar Tucero there.
Neither side overly settled down. Both kind of seemed, now we were overly reserved in the beginning. Now both sides seemed kind of like that burst of energy has hit.
Yeah.
And we're amped up. Good job by Victor Tucero.
And I do think, though, Skutt with their tradition, I mean, they're a proud program, been here many, many times. And the Cardinals still relatively new to the state tournament. Hopefully we can make this more of a tradition around here.
Long throw in, handled by Tovar. Cleared forward to Vicente. Good challenge. Vicente, good ball skills, taking it forward to Carbajal, but out. That was a good job of Vicente, even clearing that ball out of the Cardinal side.
Both sides have to work so hard to get 3 or 4 passes going forward. Going backwards, you can possess the ball a little bit, but going forward, it's hard to connect 3 or 4 passes in a row because both teams are going to challenge.
And with the intensity that this game already has, you can tell we're already going to see some subs here by the Skyhawks coming in here shortly. Standing on the sideline, number 3, Owen Archer, and number 16, Ryan Witt, getting ready to come in here shortly. Ball forward. One time into the box. Sails right. No threat to Adame, but it looked like a scary attack there for a little bit. There we go. Archer and Witt checking in for the Skyhawks.
Coach Spence and Coach Beltran were down on the sideline kind of talking about how we're playing defensively. Because on that last one, Carbajal pushed up, and then that forced Dominguez to step up, which created the space down the sideline for their wing to get open. And we need to maybe be a little more disciplined, realizing that they can't hurt us with the ball back here. And if they want to kick it around their defense versus us pushing and then giving up that gap right there where they were able to get forward.
Cardinals do have a little bit of a non-traditional 3-2-4-1 as the Cardinals move forward here a little bit. Tovar.
The other thing I've noticed this morning already between a lot of our guys, you're seeing 4, 5, and 6 touches on the ball. And some of that is because people aren't as open as maybe they're used to having their teammates be. But we need to start moving the ball rather than dribbling the ball. We need to be passing the ball.
Yes, if you hold on to the ball too long on either side,
you're going to get knocked down.
It's not going to last long. Here we go with Tovar trying to get that ball forward to Carbajal. Ball cleared out, throw in coming for the Cardinals. Carbajal with the throw in back to Victor Tucero. And Victor Tucero was one of those guys the other night, too, against Northwest. I thought played spectacularly. No nonsense, no flash, just kept the ball in that defensive mid really well. They're going to need him to step up again today to really be solid in that position. Ball forward, handled by Adame.
And one of the things that's made this team, I think, a little bit better than the team we had last year was the development of Victor Tucero and Melakar Tucero. Those two guys playing really well in that defensive mid allowed Coach Spence to move Primo or Jose Tovar forward into a more attacking role where his speed and ball skills can be used a little better. But if those guys don't develop and become the players they've been this year, then he has to keep Primo back there at that defensive mid, and then you lose something out of your attack. So the development and the hard work those kids have put in has been good for the team as a whole.
Ball going forward here by the Skyhawks, wide open on that left-hand side. Voss making a big run, good slide challenge by Dominguez. That looks like it'll be a throw-in.
We'll see if they've got a throw. They must not have a guy that can get it in the box like Northwest did the other night, so that's a good thing. Good play there to get a sideline throw-in instead of a goal or a corner kick.
Voss back, good challenge there by Emil Tucero. Ball's going forward to Tovar. He lost it pretty
Again,
abruptly.
It was on the 4th or 5th touch. We need to get that ball moving faster.
Ball cleared out. Skyhawk throw-in. The Cardinals have not looked very dangerous in their attacks whatsoever. We've seen several dangerous attacks here for the Skyhawks. And this looks like could have developed into something a little bit more going forward. Adame handles it easily and cleanly. But I will say the defense has held up pretty well. Most of their significant challenge has been on the set pieces. Those crosses still give you a little bit of chills if you're a Cardinal fan.
And while we want to pressure them, don't lose your man this far. Now you see Alexis Carbajal staying back with that wing a little better.
Well, that's a big run going forward. He was on, cleared out by Dominguez. That was Owen Archer making that run through. Checking back in for the Skyhawks is number 1, Joshua White. And it'll be, again, a Skyhawk corner kick here.
And you can tell the coaches have communicated with their wings because Alexis Carbajal didn't pressure the man there and stayed with his wing, but he didn't make the deep run back defensively with him. And that's the next adjustment that the coaches will try and make, is get the wings to be back in the...
Good. Cardinals got ahead on it, didn't clear it out like they wanted to. Dangerous going to that back post, but
so it's
ultimately sails out the back. It will be a corner again, this time from the opposite side. Number 9, again, Andrew Davidson with the corner kick duties for the Skyhawks. You see all the Skyhawks starting on kind of the outside of the box back post, except for one planted right there in the middle to kind of disrupt Adame. And we'll see where they make the runs. A lot of them are going to be heading right to that near post.
Front post and one guy to the back post.
And there's one in, handled by Adame. Good stop.
Good save, Chris.
Header from the top of the box looked real good. Top, just below the bar. Adame reads it through the entire way, gets 2 on it, and kicks it forward. That's another one where if he just knocks that down, that goes right back to the Skyhawks' feet, and it's probably into the back. Good keeping by Adame. Here, run forward, though. Good defense, pressing.
That was good. That's where having Valdez back was big for us. He didn't panic.
That'll be a free kick coming just on the Skutt Catholic side for the Cardinals. See if we can get some men forward here, make this a dangerous attempt.
Juan Diego Lopez warming up for the Cardinals down there. And it wouldn't be surprising at all to see him come in for Travis Sweeney about this time of the game. That's about the way it usually goes.
Ball forward, headed by the Skyhawks. They maintain possession. They clear it long, looking for a long runner. Valdez clears it, but not a great one. Over to Milcar. Challenge high by the Skyhawks, and they maintain possession here, going out to the far right corner, trying to look for a cross.
Track back.
Ball stays in. Headed out of the back by Valdez. That'll be a corner coming again. Davidson walking over to that far corner to take this kick. It almost looks like the Cardinals are going to be happy, it appears, getting out of this half tied at 0. You don't see a ton of offensive numbers moving forward. Maybe more just kind of filling things out and waiting till the second half to make their move. Or maybe they're just showing a lot of respect for the Skyhawks. Dangerous cross in. Ball still down. Woo. Ball. Skyhawks get a foot on it. Ball sails to the left. That ball needed to be out of there a lot sooner than it was. Checking in for the Cardinals, number 12, that's Rodrigo Gomez. And number 18, Juan Diego Lopez. Coming out for the Cardinals will be Jose Tovar getting a break, as well as Alexis Carbajal. Good clearance by Gomez, but regained possession by the Skyhawks. Challenge good. Sweeney there with the ball. Takes it off to the right. Not nearly ahead enough for Juan Diego's run.
Needs to play that farther in front of him.
Throw in by the Skyhawks. Checking in for Skutt Catholic is going to be number 24, Charles Fletcher. Both sides, you can see, have quite a bit of depth to them.
You can see at the bottom of your screen there that Juan Diego Lopez is taking with that wing, and now he's pushing up high, and there's our gap again.
Mishandled ball by the Skyhawks. Throwing Cardinals. Man, as soon as they get the ball, there's 2 to 3 Skyhawks on them immediately. with pressure. Good job by Juan Diego clearing the ball out, and he's looking forward to Bolaños, getting him forward, looking for somebody. Gomez making a run forward. Bolaños tries to get the through ball. Taken away, though, by the Skyhawk defense. Throw in Cardinals. And Skyhawks not even letting a throw in get in easily. They're doing a lot of heavy press. Sweeney ball to the middle. Victor Tricero with it. Guys kind of moving forward to Bolaños. A little bit of heavy touch back over to Juan Diego Lopez. Moving over to the right side. He'll let it roll out. That ball came off a Skyhawk. That'll be a throw in for the Cardinals. Ball thrown in back to Victor Tricero for possession. Over to Emil Carr, looking to get it over to Wilfredo, and then forward to Sweeney.
This is better from the Cardinals here. This is better in the attack.
A little bit too heavy of a pass. Gomez didn't have much in front of him. He was calling for that ball, but couldn't gain possession from the long pass. Throw in here for the Skyhawks. It is better, a more thought out, more deliberate approach moving forward.
When we can see Amelikar and Victor in front of the midfield stripe, that's a good sign for us.
Long ball going forward again. You've seen that a lot, just throwing the ball up there and seeing what they can get. Again, throw in here for Skutt. That'll be a throw in now for the Cardinals.
I think playing on that wing and the field this size is not an easy task. And Travis Sweeney, the freshman, has been out there since the beginning of the game, playing forward and then wing.
You're covering a lot of ground, and you're essentially almost covering 80 yards from one side to the next, constantly trying to make up offensive and defensive. So
back with him, Juan Diego. There's that space again. That
Skyhawks.
Skyhawks have found that space down this left-hand side consistently, and the Cardinal players have not quite been able to adjust to it yet.
Free kick coming for the Cardinals. Cardinals with possession moving forward. Right now, Bolaños is getting those calls a little bit. Looks like he almost needs to let that, as Quinn was saying here, let that ball off his foot a little sooner. He sees the open man. Take one touch and go instead of dribbling it too much. Maybe we'll see that ball moving up a little bit quicker. Long ball headed by Gomez. Back possessed by Panate, but challenged. Panate hits the ground. Skyhawks take over. Ball moving forward here. This could be a little bit dangerous for the Cardinals. They have Skyhawks of runners in the box. Header in just over the center runner there. Ball not cleared. Okay, ball comes rolling out.
Now can we get forward? Can we get going forward in the counter? That'll be the
ball move forward. Two defensemen hung back, though, for the Skyhawks, kind of staying close to Bolaños on that. We have a free kick coming now for the Skyhawks. Long ball forward to Bolaños, but he was instantly challenged. Skyhawks not giving any space to move with this ball today. Free kick coming here. Looks like it's going to be taken by Bossback.
They're almost going to, looks like they're almost going to treat this like they do their corner, where they've got four runners here on the left side of the box trying to find.
With that, didn't get much on the header, but it was enough to make it dangerous. Adame knocks it out the back, and that's going to be another corner. Number 4, checking in, Caleb Voss, back for the Skyhawks, as well as number 6. That is Ryan Zavadil, checking in. And here we have, again, Davidson with the corner. Again, pretty traditional here. I bet they switch up a little bit how they make their runs, but you have everybody edge of the box on the back post, and they're going to be running into this box. Near post. That's going to be a goal kick off of a Skyhawk.
Cardinals have done a nice job for the most part defending those corners, but reminds me of the Elkhorn South game last year where we held on for 19 corner kicks, and then
and we said that this does remind you a lot of the Elkhorn South team, or the game from last year, just in the way the Skyhawks play and possess. But this is a much better Cardinal team too. than the Cardinal team that we had last year, just as far as experience being at this tournament. So definitely a different result is, well, not only hopeful, but very possible moving forward.
And this is better from the Cardinals, too, between Gomez and Sweeney and Wilfredo back there.
Wilfredo with possession, defended well, back to Vicente. Vicente with possession, looking forward to Bolaños. Bolaños attacked by 3, gets a foot on it. Weiss knocks it away. But not cleared out entirely, possessed by the Cardinals. And now the Skyhawks are going to get a free kick out of that challenge by Vicente. Good foot on the ball. Finally got really a first one by Bolaños. He hoped that.
But that was better. We had a little build up there. That was a good possession for the Cardinals. And if we can keep doing that, you know, we have the potential to score just as much as they do. So this is going to be a fun one down the stretch here.
Just under 11 minutes to go here, and that's going to be a free kick. A little bit of a challenge from behind.
Very similar to the challenge where Hamilton got called for the foul just a moment before that.
You have
very similar.
Seen a much more consistent refereeing in this one so far, doing a pretty nice job keeping both teams honest here. Valdez going to take the free kick. Referee moving him back a little bit. He's going to clear it over to Penate over on the left side. And it was Penate that started in that position over Aldana, as we had in the starting lineups. Need to give Wilfredo a little bit of credit there for the start. Skyhawks in possession there in the midfield.
Cardinals do a nice job of pressuring. Only play was to go backwards.
Ball going forward to the midline, headed by Lopez. Ball forward, up now to Sweeney. See if he can gain possession. He does. He comes down with it, looking for individual runners. He tried to clear it. It looked like over to Juan Diego on the opposite side. Headed just enough by the Skyhawks. Weiss throws it in, though. Cardinals gain possession to Gomez. Gomez looking inside for Bolaños. You could tell he's their prime target. Immediately swarmed by multiple Skyhawks. Clears the ball over to Dominguez, running forward to Lopez, back to Dominguez. Dominguez was looking for Lopez to make a run, and he didn't. Miscommunication, but on the attempt to clear, Tercero heads it back in, and here come the Cardinals again.
And I would like to see Anthony right there send that over to Wilfredo. Switch the field. Make them run a little bit. Make them switch the field and run side to side. Keep us in possession of the ball and keep the game tempo maybe down a little bit.
We have several coming back in. First for the Skyhawks, number 11 and number 12 for the Skyhawks, Robert Trout and William McKean. Then checking in for the Cardinals, Carbajal coming back in. Number 21 for the Cardinals was Brian Bayon, and number 11, Jose Tovar, also checking in. So lots of fresh legs finally here for both sides. Just 8.5 to go here in the first.
Number 17, Alexis Carbajal Romero. Number 18, Juan Diego Lopez. Number 11, Jose Tovar.
Coming down to 8 minutes left in the first half. The
Cardinals definitely been able to maintain possession a little bit better here lately.
Yes.
Tovar within, as I say that. Skyhawks with possession. Moving forward.
These last 10 minutes, though, since about the 20-minute mark, I feel like the Cardinals have been able to play more the way they want to play. I thought Skutt did a really good job in that second 10-minute period. They controlled the game, and we were playing their game. And the last about 8-10 minutes, the Cardinals have been the ones in control playing our game.
Ball goes all the way back to Adame.
Good find.
Tercero on that defensive mid, and he's attacked from behind, gives up the ball to the Skyhawks moving forward. They've got several numbers. Ball headed hard. And that's Amilcar Tercero hitting the ground. No, excuse me, Wilfredo Penate hitting the ground after that ball. It was headed, but it was basically kicked right into the back of his head hard from that right wing position. See how he's feeling. He's a tough kid, but that's enough to make anybody see some stars.
Trainer Tim will look him over, and
as is
with 7:24 left on the clock, give both teams a chance to kind of regroup and talk amongst themselves. And
you see the clock running down here. Clock is stuck at 7:24 here at Morrison. We'll get that fixed. There we go. As Penate slowly is coming off. We'll see what happens. I'm assuming, probably shouldn't assume, but there he's coming in. XL Aldana is going to be checking in here for the Cardinals for that defensive left position, number 16. Wilfredo looks like he's smiling a little bit. We'll see what happens. Checking back in. He's going to need a little bit of a break here to get checked over. Typically, no matter what, they'll go through concussion protocol with the young man and see what happens moving forward. With that said, Cardinals with possession on the free kick. They'll most likely chuck it back across to the Skyhawks. And there goes the ball back over midfield. Challenged by Bolaños. That's going to be a throw-in Skyhawks.
See down on the sidelines, trainer Tim's working on Wilfredo, asking him questions. You know, we've had a lot of trainers at Crete, and he's in the top group in terms of dealing with head injuries and doing so appropriately.
Good challenge by Dominguez. Skutt still gains possession, looking for slight attempt at a bicycle kick in the box, just missed. But Skutt with possession there on the right wing side, still looking for crosses in the box. That cross, though, goes out back, hits the net. Goal kick, Adame. They've had a couple really nice crosses in the box, just even a little high for them, just skimming off top of their head, and they can't get enough on it to put in the net. Adame forward, Gomez gets a head on it, but possessed by the Skyhawks. Good challenge by Gomez with a slight tackle. Bolaños loses it in the midfield, regains possession, but taken by the Skyhawks.
He needs someone to get open. He had two, Victor and Amelikar were there, but they were marked, and he couldn't pass them the ball, and they were standing there. They need to be getting open for Anthony to try and get a play on the ball.
Jose Tovar with possession, still looking for somebody. This is going to be a throw-in for the Skyhawks. Skyhawks taking away all the passing lanes.
They're doing a nice job of pinning our guys in. You just saw Primo on the sideline had two guys, one in front, one behind. There was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but out of bounds.
Anytime a Cardinal gets a ball, you see multiple Skyhawks around them. Ball forward, sails over. Archer gets a good foot on it, goes for power, and ball goes way high. Hamilton Vicente checking back in after a little bit of rest time, replacing Gomez.
5:17 left on the clock here at Morrison. We'll get your clock straightened out here in just a second.
Ball forward by Adame, broken up a little bit there. Crowd trying to get behind the Cardinals a little bit. This is going to be thrown for the Skyhawks deep in their territory. There you go. Vicente intercepts the long pass forward to Bolaños. See if he can regain possession. He's got two Catholics back with him. Bolaños forward, just on the edge of the box. Nobody there to help. Good.
That's a good, strong challenge by the defender. That's a good, strong challenge by the defender.
Received all ball on that touch. Good challenge. Ball moving forward now for the Skyhawks.
Good tackle, Amelikar.
Forces them to go back. That was really good run by Bolaños, but in the end had to really try to do too much himself, and too good of discipline by the Skyhawk defenders. Throwing Cardinals. Back to Valdez in the middle, wide to Aldana.
Good switch of the ball.
Looking for people forward, making a long ball off the head of a Skyhawk, and they will regain possession.
Stay with him, Alexis.
Adame comes out a little bit and handles the cross. And now forward, Cardinals looking to make some run. You see about 4 Cardinals moving forward. The rest of them are just slowly kind of waiting to see what happens. They have to honor the possession of the Skyhawks. And we have a Cardinal player down, Aldana.
That's Hamilton Vincente down. Stop the clock.
Stopping the clock here. Hamilton Vicente takes it and immediately puts a hand up high, holding his left knee. Not what the Cardinals want to see. Not that way anybody wants to see, but he's such an important individual on this Cardinal offense.
He is the one that gets the ball to Anthony. Those two have been playing soccer together since they were old enough to walk, and they know where each other's going to be on the field. And you saw it in that last run from Bolaños. He took off because he knew Hamilton was going to send that ball. And hopefully he just got dinged a little bit and he'll be okay.
He's limping off pretty good. He is walking, but it's a pretty heavy limp.
I'm guessing he got dead-legged the way that they're reacting to him, because if it was something else, they would have checked it out. So
he was. They kind of hustled out there and then stood over him a little bit. And at that point, yeah, you could tell that they maybe weren't too concerned. It was a serious injury based on what he's describing. He's walking a little bit better, too, as he puts some pressure on it. I bet you see him back. Probably not, maybe not in this.
Not the rest of the half. Hopefully see him to start the second half.
Rodrigo Gomez, number 12, is going to replace him in that midfield. And Aldana throws the ball in and gives it right back to the Skyhawks as protocol after the Skyhawks cleared it out after the injury.
Yeah.
Time starts here. 3 minutes.
These are important. 2:49 left. If the Skyhawks could somehow put one in, that would be a big blow to the Cardinals, obviously.
Skyhawks put a foot on it, handled by Adame. He's had a pretty decent game so far, handling things, headed by Dominguez. Possession game by the Skyhawks, moving back forward.
That's going to be a foul.
Jose Tovar, a little too aggressive on that challenge. That's going to be a dangerous free kick spot, just pretty much the same as a corner kick.
They're not even sending anyone over to look like they're going to play it short. They're going to use this like a cross.
Caleb Voss, number 4, taking this. And
he's lining up to it like he's going to hit it with his left, so it should be an outswinger.
And he does, hits it with the left up to the top of the box, but kind of mishandled by the Skyhawks moving forward. Tovar kicks it long for Bolaños. Weiss comes way out to challenge that ball. Nobody else really there, though, to help out. Cardinals now gain possession back to Adame in the box. He kicks it forward to the midfield line. Back and forth possession here. Just is pretty typical with the entire game so far.
Neither side really controlling much of anything.
Ball again forward here. Done a nice job clearing out by the Cardinals. Skyhawks regain possession. Throws the ball in there essentially from that almost midfield line right to Adame. Pretty much giving it back. Just under a minute here left in the first half. Ball long to midfield by Adame.
The second half is going to be more about who has the stamina to keep playing, because the pace these guys are playing with, both teams, is just pretty incredible.
That's going to be a throw-in.
You're starting to see kids, when they have an opportunity to walk and get a little bit of a break on the field, they're starting to do that.
Just under 30 seconds here. That's going to be offsides. It's going to be the call, free kick for the Cardinals.
And this deep in our own end, when we haven't been able to sustain a ton of possession, we don't need to be in too big a hurry. Let's just get to halftime 0-0, and we can make some adjustments.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
And that's the end of the first half here as the Cardinals, 4 seed, and the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, the 1 seed in this Class B state soccer tournament, sit 0-0 here at halftime. Tell you what, not a ton of fireworks, but it was a good, entertaining game back and forth all first half. And it'll be really interesting to see what the two teams come out with in the second.
Stats from the first half, Skutt with 5 shots on goal and the Cardinals with 2. Obviously, then we have 2 saves. They have 5 and 6 corners for the Skyhawks. So
yeah, not
a lot of statistics, just a lot of banging.
Right, and it'll be really interesting to see if Coach Spence maintains kind of that defensive presence or if he tries to open it up a little bit moving forward. You and I were talking on the way up here about even if this goes to penalties, who has the advantage. We do like our chances. Anytime you have Chris Adame back in that goal, you like your chances. But we're going to sign off here for a few minutes, give you some signs from our sponsors. We'll be back in a few minutes ready for this next 40 of play here in the second half.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 60 courses for coaches, administrators, officials, parents, students, and performing arts programs, including over 25 free courses such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. For more information, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Recruit Strive Network thanks our sponsors. Creator Medical Center, Recruit Booster Club, Doane University, Edward Jones Investments, Kent's Pharmacy, The Brewhouse, and Veterans of Friend. Recruit Strive Network thanks our sponsors. Creator Medical Center, Recruit Booster Club, Doane University, Edward Jones Investments, Ken's Pharmacy, The Brewhouse, and Veterans of Friends.
This is
Yeah, I'm for it.
okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. I believe. Yeah, we're back. It's fresh 40 on the clock. Cardinals now going from the right to left. Wind should not be a factor. A little bit of wind blowing in from the south.
You know, one of the fun things about coming to an event like this, being from a small town, is the majority of the town is here. Walking down there, saw some former players, great players. Rene Escobar, Terrence and Vicente played on this field last year. And the community support for the kids is pretty cool. And you go to the Omaha Skutt side, and there just isn't that same feel.
Skyhawks maintain possession here. Ball crossed into the center there. Headed out and now played forward. Vicente started the second. Here, time is going to be called here. Vicente started the second half after getting knocked down and injured in the first, but you can see he's hobbling and may not return here after this one. He is not even wanting to put any weight on that left foot. That's going to drastically change Coach Derek Spence's plans here moving forward. You're going to see Roger Romero is quickly getting his jacket off and checking in here for the Cardinals in Hamilton's space.
He moved Anthony back to the attacking midfield position, which allows Anthony to have the ball at his feet a little more. And so rather than bringing in Jose Rodrigo Gomez to play center midfield to move Anthony up, he's going to give Roger a shot to chase some of the balls around up top.
And it really makes you wonder, too, and this might have been Coach Spence directed. It could have been dictated completely by the Skyhawks, but the Cardinals did seem pretty reserved there, even in some of their attacking. Last one, you got to wonder if they'll continue that or if they will kind of take the ball forward, handled by Adame. You wonder if they're going to kind of release the hounds, so to speak, moving forward. We'll have to see what happens.
I think you're going to see this first 10 minutes of the second half at least, probably 20 even. It'll look a lot like the first half. You're not going to see a ton of chances taken on either side. You're just going to try and play steady.
No team really trying to move forward to win it, but no team really wanting to lose it here. Also, moving forward. Blinders gets knocked down. There might have been a little bit of an exaggeration to that one.
I think that he might have embellished just a little bit, but it was still a foul.
Yes.
Maybe not as bad as he made it look, but it was still a foul.
Right. And
gotta get a touch on that.
ball possessed here by the Cardinals. Moving forward, Carbajal to Tovar. Tovar finding Tercero. Tercero looking for help, loses the ball. Ball moving forward by the Skyhawks. Through ball into the box. Possessed by Trout. Kicks it off to the left-hand side. Ball looks like kind of crossed into the middle, but nobody really there. Straight to Adame. He'll kick it out to midfield.
We talked about this a lot last time, but you cannot overstate the value of having a four-year starting captain in goal like Adame. The kid is pretty incredible.
And you and I talked about that on the way home after the Northwest game, was really if this goes into penalty kicks, who has the advantage? And you've got to think with Adame, we feel pretty good, but here comes the Skyhawks moving forward. We got 40 minutes, a lot of time left before we get to that, and that was a dangerous shot taken by Balsback. Just sailed over that crossbar. Goal kick, Cardinals. Adame plays it short to Dominguez, up to Victor Tercero.
I have seen a concerted effort, it looks like, by the Cardinals in this second half so far, that get the ball on your foot, get it off. Don't try and dribble through six people. Just get the ball on your foot, take one touch, find someone. And that's a better way to play, and it's the first 4 minutes you can see that they're trying to do that.
Boss back again. Ball goes wide. It does not look like
corner.
Dame did not get a touch on it, so they're going to give it to him. Goal kick. He plays it fast, trying to get the ball up before Skutt is able to get in position. Headed by Tercero over to Carbajal. Lost the possession, though. Bolaños kicks it forward, looking for Roger Romero on the run through. See if he can split the defenders there. Cleared out by the Skyhawks. Sweeney running over to take the throw in, moving forward.
Roger Romero does have some speed to him, so if we can get a couple of balls down there long, I don't like the 1-on-2 option, but it at least gets the ball down in our offensive end.
Right, throwing again here. Bolaños takes the throw in. Cleared out. He right there throws it in, attempted to Romero, headed off by the Skyhawks. That ball looks like it went out of bounds. That'll be a throw in again. Cardinals.
Giving our back line a chance just to
breathe a bit.
Take a breath, because they've been under siege a little bit in this.
Ball cleared out again. Skyhawks maintain possession there. Look to be on a run. Cleared out well by Tercero. Ball on the right side. Attempted cross into the middle, blocked by the Cardinals. Tovar gets a foot on it, forward to Bolaños. Bolaños looking for somebody to make a run to Sweeney. See if he can get to that ball, and it goes out just a little bit too heavy.
That's all right. That's better from the Cardinals. He took a couple touches, got it off his foot, tried to find a teammate, just a little heavy. It's
Good,
all right.
Good challenge by Sweeney. That ball's going to be cleared out, touched out by the Skyhawks. Checking in for the Cardinals is going to be number 9, Wilfredo Penate. He played that right or left defensive to start, and now he's moving up to that forward position striker. His head must be feeling a lot better, and he's got some speed moving up there too.
He's got really good ball skill as well.
It's just pretty impressive. I think we said this last time. Impressive that you have one gentleman that last game started in that defensive mid. Today he started in defensive right, and now he's up playing striker position
He actually
forward.
played center defender to cover for Jose Valdez, and then he started at left defender today, and then now after getting hit in the head with the ball, now he's back in at forward, kind of that Swiss Army knife
Now we have
Coach Spence loves to use.
the ever dangerous corner moving forward here by Davidson. Ball into the box, punched out by Adame. Skyhawks get a ball on it, blocked by Tovar. This ball could be moving forward and possessed again. Just missed on that opportunity. Ball sent in by Bobak. Adame handles it and is looking for somebody.
Looks like he's looking all the way for Wilfredo.
Kicks it up to the midfield. Yeah, no Cardinals really moving forward. Oh, there's a dangerous ball, though. That's a dangerous ball just over the crossbar. Tried to touch it in, it just sails over, but Adame was beaten on that, coming out to try to challenge that. Nobody really on the Cardinals' right-hand defensive side there.
Not just Adame's goalkeeping, but his soccer IQ is really high. When you see, like right there on that goal kick, he found Primo out there in open space and got him the ball. So not only does he see it, but he has the talent to get it there, and that's – we're definitely going to miss him next year.
Yes. Cardinals with possession here for the time being. Move it over to Aldana. Aldana looking forward to looking for Sweeney. Miscommunication. Ball sails out. Throw in Skyhawks. Right now, Skyhawks having all the momentum to start this match. Bobak takes one off the face and out of bounds. Penate to Sweeney. Attempts to give it back. Sweeney was trying to make a run and just missed it. Ball going forward. Going to be Valdez over to Dominguez. Mistouched by Dominguez. And Skyhawks maintain possession here.
Like to see Valdez get that ball on the ground instead of sending it in the air over to Dominguez, because then he would have had time to get the play made, as opposed to it being in the air and then the Skutt defender or Skutt player could get to him and put the pressure on him.
Skyhawks there with the ball on the edge of the box.
Unmarked man in the top of the box.
Taking it into the middle. Nobody there, cleared out by the Cardinals just outside the box. Ball sent in, nobody really there. Cardinals not doing a great job of clearing this ball out, though. They're just kind of letting it meander around here. They got to get the ball to midfield, and there kind of works its way there. Possession by the Skyhawks, working their way back in.
That's going to be a corner.
That's going to be a corner kick going up the back. Davidson again with the corner. Cardinals really living dangerously here to start the second half. Skyhawks doing a lot of pressing forward.
Go quick with it.
Now ball, maintain possession. And given up again to Skutt. Ball cleared out by Aldana on the slide challenge. Yeah, Skutt Catholic really pushing this pace. Ball tried to be cleared in a little bit, but it missed hit, goes out the back.
With Hamilton Vicente out of the game, you can definitely see the Cardinals are not as... We haven't figured out how to play without him right now yet. And so that's going to be key, is figuring out how to control the middle of the field like we like to do without one of our best players who handles that for us.
Not only does Vicente have a great foot from just on the edge of the box, he's got a lot of power, but his passing, precision passing, is what the Cardinals are really going to miss there. Threw ball into the box, cleared out by Valdez. Regain possession here, though, by the Skyhawks. Good challenge up, and there's going to be the foul called by Aldana. A good challenge initially. I think the referee's saying the challenge initially was good, but then
it was on the ground and he kept playing.
Yep.
This is a dangerous spot to have a free kick.
From right on the edge of the box.
Because they could either cross it or they could have a direct shot at it.
Cardinals getting a small wall set up right in front. Right now we have number 9. That is Davidson, Andrew Davidson. You have number 2, Benjamin Boss back. And you also have number 4, Caleb Voss, really talking about they want to do this. Boss back goes away from the ball, and he's going to set himself up right on the edge of that line. Good stop by Adame. Ball stays on the ground, goes to the bottom corner. Adame catches it close and gets hands on it and sends that ball forward up front to Penate, trying to get maybe a run going, but now possessed by the Skyhawks, moving back.
Skyhawks look a little more composed at the start of this second half. Crete looks a little helter-skelter, and I wonder if some of that isn't, like I said earlier, the loss of your captain and 4-year starter.
Cardinal crowd trying to get some blood pumped back into these players here. Moving forward, a definite advantage for the Cardinal fans. As this ball moving forward, Wilfredo Penate with the ball on his feet, but no Cardinals really there other than Sweeney, and he was marked up pretty good initially. That ball is going to be sent out, throw in here for the Cardinals. Bolaños.
Once again, though, down here we can give our defense a chance to
throw in Cardinals.
Catch their breath a little bit.
Bolaños to Tovar. Just misses possession, but Bolaños regains it. Now taken by the Skyhawks. That's going to be cleared out again. Throw in will be taken by Bolaños. We have checking in for now the Skyhawks. Number 1 and number 16, Joshua White. Number 1, number 16 is Ryan Witt. And checking in for the Cardinals is going to be, again, number 4, Roger Romero. He's going to stay up top. Now that striker, Wilfredo Penate, again, the Swiss Army knife, is going to come down to the left defensive position. Ball thrown into the box, cleared out. Well, Tovar got hands on it, or feet on it, and then lost it to the Skyhawks. Emil Carcero also loses it in an attempted pass. Just kind of errand, nobody really there. Penate, good defense on the ball moving forward. Sends it over to Sweeney.
Earlier in the year, Mellicar would have dropped that back to Jose Valdez, and I don't understand. That keeps us in possession. I'm not sure what we're trying to do and why we're afraid to send the ball backwards right now.
Good defensive play by Wilfredo Penate, blocking that cross ball through. Cardinals had possession briefly. Skutt calling for a penalty there on that challenge. Bolaños now with it, sends the ball forward to the midfield.
The pressure the Skyhawks have been putting on the Cardinals in the second half is taking a little toll on us. I think we're a little tired right now.
Tercero. Almost looks like now we're playing 4 back instead of 3 now. I know Tercero's just playing back right now. That's one of the flexibilities that those
That 3-2.
2 defensive mid gives you, is the ability to drop back and play a 4 line if you needed to. Ball going forward, looking for Carbajal. Nothing really there. Our main goal scorers, Carbajal, Bolaños, have been really pretty quiet today. They have not really had much opportunity to get their feet on the ball.
There's a look at the stats on the game.
Skutt Catholic with 11 shots so far on the goal to Cardinals 2. You can tell where the offense has been, and Adame's done a fantastic job so far of keeping that board clear, though, at zeros. Well, that's a bad header, though. Back through, you've got Skutt with a couple of runners here. And that's goal for the Skyhawks. That looks like number 16. Looked like number 16, Ryan Witt.
And that play, that goal happened basically because of a miscommunication between those 2 defensive midfielders. Amelikar thought Victor was going to be one place and he was somewhere else, and he ended up sending the ball with that header he had back to the wrong side, and then the defense had to just try their best, and the Skyhawks put it in.
With the type of pressure Omaha Skutt was putting on this, you just wondered how long the Cardinals defense could really bend but not break, and we saw that, like you said, you put the pressure on, miscommunication, and let one through. That's right. Just under 25 minutes left in the half for the Cardinals to push that back and get one of their own right now. The Skyhawks moving forward, though, with it. Broken up by Dominguez, sends the ball out, throw in. Skyhawks looking for more. Taking the ball wide here, cross into the middle. Decent header on it by Valdez. Skyhawks, though, knock the ball back in there into the box. Good defensive play, knocking that shot down. And that's going to be a free kick moving for the Cardinals.
What's important after you give up a goal, especially at the state tournament, is that the Cardinals don't let themselves think that the game is over. Keep playing. Don't.
Right now you have Bolaños moving forward. The ball lost it, though, halfway up. Emil Carchero plays that back to Valdez. Valdez sends it forward to defended Skyhawk, now back in possession over to Penate. Penate back to Milcar Tercero. Victor Tercero over to Dominguez.
And I know we're not getting an attack out of this right now. We'll see here on this ball, but that's better from Creighton.
Ball through.
Settle down, get the ball at our feet, get a little confidence going, and then we'll send forward and see what we can do.
Carbajal on the end of that run, just wasn't able to get to it, defended by the Skyhawks. Now they're on the pressure again moving forward. That'll be a throw in for the Skyhawks. Checking in now, number 3, Owen Archer, coming in for the Skyhawks. On the sidelines for the Cardinals is Rodrigo Gomez, number 12.
I would expect him to come in to give Primo a break. He's looking pretty tired. He had that injury right before districts and missed some time.
Cleared out by the Cardinals again on the throw in. That'll be a goal kick coming for the Cardinals. And Gomez is actually going to be coming in for Roger Romero. That's probably going to send Bolaños back up to that striker position and put Roger in the midfield, trying to get a little bit of spark going here. Ball forward to Tovar, gets a touch on it, tries to send the ball over, doesn't get great power behind it, and intercepted by a Skyhawk. Now they're moving forward on the left-hand side. cleared out defensively by Valdez. Skyhawks gain possession, good touch over the defensive line. Witt looking for another one.
Getting the corner out of it.
That's going to be cleared out though by the Cardinals. And here we have a corner. Checking in for the Skyhawks, number 5, Samuel Payne, and number 24 was Charles Fletcher. Checking in for the Cardinals is number 18, Juan Diego Lopez.
And the Skyhawks number 5, Samuel Payne, and 24, Charles Fletcher. And the Cardinals number 18.
Davidson again with the corner. Header drops to the ground. Out on the far left corner of the box. Sent to the goal by Bosbeck. That's a goal kick for the Cardinals. Just over 20 minutes left here. Still plenty of time for the Cardinals here to tie this up at once, but they're going to have to go to work, though. Bolaños moving forward on that, loses his footing on the run.
Hopefully he didn't twist his ankle on the ball.
He's getting up a little slowly here. As the Skyhawks maintain possession here. Moving that ball forward, long ball in near the box. Going to be cleared up in the air by Valdez. Not handled by Lopez. That'll be a throw-in. Bolaños still around midfield now. Walking gingerly, see if he can walk off whatever it is there. Cross into the box. Good one. Nobody really there, though, for the Skyhawks. Headed out by Dominguez, but now still in Skyhawk possession. That'll be a throw-in.
For the Cardinals.
Now for the Cardinals.
We're under 20 minutes to go, halfway through the second half. It's been pretty much dominated by the Skyhawks.
Cardinals just really haven't been able to maintain any possession on their half of the ball. Throw in here for the Cardinals, looking for somebody. Bolaños is there, does a nice no-look pass up to Carbajal. Carbajal trying to go down that right side, cleared out by the Skyhawks. Skyhawks with possession, challenged by the Cardinals. Carbajal with it out at his feet. Looking for somebody. Spends too much time with it. And now Skyhawks in possession moving forward. Valdez gains possession on the backside, now moves it forward. Skyhawks again with possession, moving back and forth game. Cardinals never been able to hold on to much of it. And there was Witt. Again, making a run into the center of the box, cleared out. There's a corner, checking in for the Skyhawks, number 6, Ryan Zabadil. And then we had number 11 checking in as well, Robert Trout. Again, for the corner, you have Davidson taking this for Skutt Catholic. Headed over high by Dominguez. Still dangerous here by the box. Headed down by Valdez. Valdez clears it out. That'll be a free kick for the push-off there. Bolaños tries to take it quickly. Nobody really there, though, except for Gomez. Bolaños again with it at his feet. Sends it over to Victor Tercero. Victor Tercero up to Carbajal. Carbajal looking for Tovar, can't quite get to it, cleared out.
This is better
by
for
the
the Cardinals.
Skyhawks. Throw in.
This is better. This kind of movement of the ball. We moved the ball quicker that time, and that's when we're going to be dangerous if we can move the ball.
And Hamilton Vicente with a wrapped up knee and a slight limp checking on to the pitch for the Cardinals. See what difference he can make. See how well he's able to function with what looks like a little bit of a banged up knee. Throw in here to Tovar. Tovar's taking it over there to that right corner, challenged the entire way by the Skyhawks. Skyhawks now with possession, cleared out, throw in. Carbajal taking the throw in. Back kind of deep in the corner to Vicente, trying to get him on the ball, see how it feels. Cleared out again by the Skyhawks. Skyhawks are very much just slow, patient, never really rattled. Always seem kind of in control. Miscommunication there from Emil Cartrocero to Anthony Dominguez. Ball is going to be cleared out long by the Skyhawks. Dominguez tries to throw it in. Referee moves him back down. Keep going. And here we go to Alexis Carbajal. Carbajal looking for Bolaños up front. Trying to catch Carbajal on a run into the box and just headed out by the Skyhawks. Back to Valdez. Over to Penate. Penate looking for Bolaños. Bolaños to Penate, back to Bolaños, just missed the touch.
But this is better. This is what we need to have from Crete to try and get ourselves in a spot where we can be dangerous.
Ball forward long. Good header on it by Valdez. Breaking that run from Archer. And Cardinals again with possession here moving forward. Tovar tries Carbajal, broken up by Trout. And
with 15 minutes to go, though, we're seeing some signs of life. We're seeing us play the way that Crete plays. We're not playing Skutt's game right now. We're playing Crete's game, kind of like we did in the middle of that first half. And if we can just keep doing that, we'll find one.
Skutt definitely seems like a team that waits for you to make the mistake. They're going to just play sound, play tough in the middle, pressure you, and wait for you to make the mistake. And eventually they'll counter off of that, and that's kind of what they did early off of this. And here comes the ball moving forward again. Archer, good job challenging by Emil Cartrocero.
It gives up our 11th corner of the game.
Corner here coming. Number 9. Andrew Davidson taking this corner again, checking in.
Hamilton's tried. He's given us everything he's got. He can't go.
Right. Rodrigo Gomez comes in again for the Cardinals. Number 4 and number 16 for Skutt Catholic. Number 4, Caleb Voss. And number 16, that's Ryan Witt again, checking back in for the Skyhawks.
And number 4, Caleb Voss. Number 5, Samuel Payne.
Good block there by Victor Trocero, but that ball is going up the back, and here we go.
Melchor Trocero did all he could to try and turn that into a throw-in instead of a corner. It just couldn't quite get it done.
And Davidson again kind of meandering over there to take this corner. Also number 4, Caleb Voss going to be joining him, really threatening to take this one short. Looks like he will. Short ball, Voss with it at his feet, back to Davidson. Davidson looking to cross it back in. Skyhawks get ahead on it.
Get that out. There you go.
But not towards the goal. Cleared out by the Cardinals to midfield. Skyhawks again back in possession. Long ball forward, broken up by Juan Diego Lopez. Back into the feet of the Skyhawks. Cleared out by Penate.
We got 12:36 left.
The cross in on Victor Trocero's feet, ahead to Bolaños. Disrupted though. That's going to be a free kick back for the Skyhawks. Number 9. That Andrew Davidson down, holding that ankle off the challenge by Gomez. Cross into the box. Light header back to Adame. He handles it cleanly. Cleared out to the midfield. Cardinals in possession now. Victor Patera moving forward with it to Tovar. Tovar forward. Attempted to Carbajal.
Still better. It's still better.
Broken up.
We'll be all right. Just keep sending those balls.
Long ball. This is 16. Again, the previous scorer, Witt. He's already got one goal, looking for more.
That was really good effort by Jose Valdez back there to keep him to where he only had one place he could shoot the ball, and Adame was right where he was supposed to be. First touch failed. Melicar there.
Valdez breaking it up there again, looking to clear the ball forward to Diego. Diego Lopez over to Alfredo, but it looks like there's going to be a
foul on Skutt down there in the corner.
Okay, that'll be a free kick. Referee just telling him, hey, use your head a little bit there. And Penante moving the ball back for a free kick. Bolaños with possession off the free kick, loses it. After Skyhawk challenge, now Tercero takes it back. Tovar over to Dominguez, moving forward. The crowd trying to amp him up. Misplay by Carbajal. That'll be a throw-in for the Skyhawks. Checking in for the Cardinals is number 15, Axel Aldana. He's going to be replacing Juan Diego Lopez, moving to Alfredo Penate. Just a whole mix of movement going on over there. Checking in for the Skyhawks, number 5 and number 12. That'll be Samuel Payne. Number 5 and number 12, William McMean checking in for the Skyhawks.
Coach Spence will have a formation where if he needs to be a little more aggressive and send some numbers forward that he'll have, and it won't surprise me if he ends up bringing Wilfredo Penate up there with, he just brought him up to forward now, but leaving Anthony up there with a two-striker look going forward to where you can maybe have a little bit more presence up there.
So right now it looks a bit like Jose Tovar is up there, moving Anthony Bolaños back to that mid-range there to get some control on the ball. Cardinals with possession here. Gomez still on, they can keep it though. Aldana over to Tercero, able to chip it up, see if they can keep it though. No, and they lose it to the Skyhawks, regain it back. Good communication there by the Cardinals. Rodrigo Gomez up, looks like for Penate. Penate challenging for that ball, will be cleared out. Throw in by the Skyhawks.
Now it looks like Penate is playing more in that center midfield role.
I think that was a choice by Bolaños to look like more than anybody's. Bolaños said, listen, you get back, I'm going to take this for you. Ball forward to Bolaños, looking to hopefully to catch Carbajal on a run. Carbajal was not ready for it, and Skutt has possession. Skutt moving forward here, has runners on both sides.
Yep.
Good challenge in the middle there by Gomez, as I believe that was Trout was making the run across the middle of the box. Ball cleared out, throw in. Skyhawks checking in for the Skyhawks. We have number 3, Owen Archer. Checking in for the Cardinals, number 27, Travis Sweeney. Checking in for Rodrigo Gomez. 7.5 to go here. Cardinals really are going to have to now push to make something happen.
Kind of waiting for Anthony to get called for a foul because he keeps running into people at full speed.
Yeah, you could definitely tell the frustration starting to get at him. And there's a ball into the box. No defenseman there. That's number 3, Owen Archer. Puts it in the top right corner. And the Skyhawks lead 2-0. Adame wanting an offside call. Aldana wanting it as well. Cardinals look a little defeated now.
The way that Skyhawks have been pressuring us, it was just a matter of time before that happened again.
That'll be a throw-in for the Skyhawks. There's actually 6:48 left in this. Just a little bit of a difference here. We're making it up for you. As the Skyhawks do a throw-in here, moving back forward, trying to get this goal difference up to 3. Still 6.5 to go.
Okay.
Ball defended well by Dominguez. Passed it off to Sweeney. Disrupted again by the Skyhawks. Throw in. Skyhawks just under 6 minutes to go here. 5 minutes, 50 seconds. About a 10-second difference from their clock to our clock. Cardinals really going to have to try something here in order to get some more runners forward. But then again, leaving themselves exposed. But at this point, you have nothing to lose.
You lose this game 3-0. You lose this game 2-0. Or 4-0. Mm-hmm. You got to try and put some numbers forward and get the ball up top.
5.5 minutes to try to score 2 goals. Crazier things have happened before, but against this team, it's going to be awfully tricky. Bolaños with the ball. Here moving up the left-hand side. Putting the ball
Get
there.
Some people in the box.
That
Get
ball
some people
stays
in the box.
in. Cardinals just kind of standing there watching Bolaños do all the work. He seems frustrated, and rightfully so. Nobody really coming to his assistance. Just under 5 to go here. A lot of Cardinals walking with their head down, shoulders shrugged. You can definitely see it on their faces. Ball possessed here by Skutt. Ball sent into the box, brought in by Adame. Collision there. Foul call. That was a pretty hard hit. Bossback going into the box there, colliding with Adame. Four minutes, 10 seconds to go. Ball gets forward to Tovar, sends it up to Travis Sweeney. Missed first touch. Ball going forward. Now Bossback clears it over to the left-hand side. Ball cleared into the box. Too long. Headed out by Aldana, but brought in by Davidson. Sweeney on it now for the Cardinals, looking to move that ball forward. Just a little too long holding on to that. Skyhawks, again, back with possession. And now, Skyhawks moving forward here. We have Zavadil misses it just left. And now we have massive subs coming in. It seems like both sides kind of conceding this match with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Getting their guys on the field. Mass substitutions for both. I'm not even going to try to get everybody to you. Getting this starting lineup and seniors especially a little bit of a standing ovation here by the Cardinals for a fantastic season and great career in the Cardinal red and white. Skutt as well saving some of their legs. There's players moving on to the finals as they'll play on Monday. The winner most likely. It looks like here with 2:45 to go, Omaha Skutt Catholic will play the winners of our next matchup here, Lexington and Columbus, the 2 and 3 seed. Long ball forward, just missed by Wilfredo Penate, getting ahead on it. Weiss, who hasn't really been challenged today much at all, has possession of the ball, moving it forward there to the left side of the Skyhawks.
From the starting group, you still have Wilfredo Penate out there. You still have Victor Tercero. You still have Anthony Bolaños.
That's going to be a foul call, free kick from the Skyhawks coming over on that far corner. Again, almost just like a corner free kick coming here.
Kevin, how are you? I'm okay. I'm okay.
You know, we talked about how this team has been, you know, kind of one that's set the mark for the Cardinals program and Coach Spence. And one of the big reasons why was goalkeeper Chris Adame, and now Coach Spence had pulled him off the game and has Dylan White in there, who's right now the guy that you would look to next year to kind of take that over.
For sure player. We'll see, get him some experience, and even stepping on this field is going to be big for him and the moving forward for next year. Right now we have a corner kick coming with just a minute to go here. 1 minute left on the clock. Corner kick coming for the Skyhawks, and they are not really...
Well, they can't. Anthony's still walking off the field. 27 goals this year. The best soccer player that the community of Crete has produced. Going on to play at Central Community College. Getting to come off on his own for the last time.
Ball crossed into the box. Cleared out by the Cardinals. 30 seconds to go here. Skyhawks pushing the ball again forward.
Nine,
10 seconds left. Ball forward here. White brings it in. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the match. Congratulations to the victorious Omaha Skutt Catholic that really controlled this match from the beginning to the end. They were the better squad moving forward, and they will play on Monday night. Again, congratulations as well to the Crete Cardinals and their fantastic season, and to the seniors, Chris Adame, Anthony Bolaños, Jose Tovar, and crew on their fantastic careers and really elevating Crete soccer to what it is, back-to-back state qualifiers and getting their first win this past week.
Yeah, and congratulations also to Coach Spence, Coach Beltran, Coach Johnson, the whole staff. Those guys, I know the time they put into preseason conditioning, the time they put into these kids and making them the best athletes they can is pretty incredible.
And again, so we have Omaha Skutt moving on. Lexington and Columbus play here in a half an hour, and they're going to be taking over here shortly in the Strive booth for that matchup. Again, the 2-3 seed moving forward. But again, here from the Cardinals, you know, proud of the Cardinals, proud of the season that they had moving forward, and they should hold their heads up high as they walk off. Again, here from Morrison Stadium, I'm Aaron Wagner.
I'm Jay Quinn.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.